pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody.
Yeah. Pues yo voy a Ero vi mi enero, so. Ero porque Ero el que me guía.
One of the most important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Just off a road trip, the Pacers are back at home. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Going against a conference opponent, one that outplayed them head-to-head last season, a chance for payback.
And, Greg, I look at these two teams who seem to perhaps be on the verge. So these are those pecking order games where you try to get some separation.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Derrick Rose is out there with McCollum. Then it's Williams. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Monroe in at the center filling out the middle.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
Now here's McCollum. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Williams. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Here's Rose. A 14-point game for him in the win against San Antonio. Shot clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Williams, banked in off the glass. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
It's in by Whiteside.
Fantastic dunk, and he decided to hang around up there for a while, Kevin.
Well, maybe, he didn't want to land awkwardly. I don't know.
Oh, guys, come on. He's up there posing. He's posing for the photographers. That's all that's about.
Now, here's Rose. Picked by Williams. Rose kicks to McCollum. Off target with his 3.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Beverly against Rose.
He can have it.
He's going to Puerto Rico with Tere.
Pass to Middleton. Beverly against Rose, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Now here's Beverly. To the paint. Here's Wiles. Powered down with both hands.
No way to mess that one up, Kevin. I mean, he powered it down with both hands.
Not this guy. He is a superb finisher.
And when he gets near the hoop, guys, he is a tour de force.
Now here's Rose. And here's McCollum for 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. We discussed their game plan defensively, and he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebounds well, and his passing really sets him apart. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands, so pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys, can they slow him down?
All right, Doris.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Now here's Rose. Picked by Williams. Rose dishes to Middleton. Misses the three. For Indiana, they come into this one following a loss to the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you.
And that one's good. And that's now 9 points for C.J. McCollum.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And Beverly kicks to Gordon. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The Celtics with the lead.
And the Pacers just missed out on the playoffs last year and would have to settle for 9th in the East. Hard for a team that has been so dominant in the East over recent seasons.
Now here's Monroe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was also safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's Beverly. Shot by Gordon, wide open. They get it back. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Gordon's got his first basket. And for the Pacers against the East, they actually played the rest of the conference. Greg, very well, ended with a 28-24 record, Clark, against the East.
The only team, Kevin, in the East with a winning record against the rest of the conference not to make the playoffs. Only went 10-19 against the playoff teams in the conference.
Now here's Wiggins. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
Rose with the ball. Screen by Monroe. McCollum passes to Monroe. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season. Top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. Well, Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective. Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspensions.
Now here's Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. McCollum dishes to Monroe. Pacers with the rebound. Whiteside's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And, GA, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
5 to shoot, and Middleton kicks to Williams. The 10-footer. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And boy, how good was Chris Middleton last season? I mean, always a deep shooter who could stretch the floor. He hits the weight room in the offseason and became a much stronger defender. Now, he's one of the more promising 3-and-D guys in the league.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Lyles, and it's Aminu in for Gordon. Robin Lopez is checked in for Boston. Flalo comes in for Chris Middleton. The shot by Turner, no good. And for Chris Middleton last season, he went up in points, assists, rebounds, but went down in turnovers.
Boy, what an improvement for this young man. A late bloomer. I liked him when he was at Texas A&M, still growing into his body, playing with great confidence, and he can spray that thing from three. I like his promise.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
Kufis checked in for Indiana. Exum comes in for Wiggins, and then for Boston. Carl Landry's checked in for Williams. Livingston comes in for C.J. McCollum. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Rose.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Now here's Beverly. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Here is Livingston, and a follow wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. And the Celtics lead by 2. The Pacers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And Aminu kicks to Turner. He feeds it to Beverly. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Livingston.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Lopez. Now Landry. The 3 from Aflalo. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Exum kicks to Turner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. And here's Exum. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. Now here's Aminu. D right on him. Cannot hit. Now Boston takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And it's Turner off the drive. That's good. Turner's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Augustine kicks to Livingston. Landry against Turner. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Last season, the Celtics had a solid 19-22 road record, Clark. Not the 500 mark most teams want, but a very good effort from a young team, and no one really expected that.
Yeah, and you think about this team that's still growing and has a lot of youth. I mean, that kind of road record, very impressive. Their fans should be feeling pretty good about what the future holds with this group.
And the Pacers call time here.
And thinking back on the Celtics, on the road, their away record doesn't tell the whole story. They won their last 7 road games in that tremendous playoff push.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Boston. Indiana trailing here. Here's Beverly. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Exum with a wide open look. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Another away from home note for the Celtics. They were 7-1 in road games against the rest of their division. Their road play was the driving factor as to why they made the playoffs.
To the left side wing. Meeks outside. The offensive rebound. Landry. Lopez right side. Here is Livingston. His last outing, he had 8 points. Meeks, good. And the Celtics lead by 1. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
You know what? Can you believe there have been 7 lead changes already, guys?
Wow.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Now here's Turner. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pistons in Detroit. They set the screen. He dishes it to Aminu. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Now here's Beverly. Outside Turner. Back to Beverly. Meeks with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Meeks leading the charge. And the jam by Carl Landry.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Turner. 12 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Aminu kicks to Turner. Pocket 6. And that one's good. Turner's got his second basket.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
He got it up. And no good trying to get that one. And still a... And now, let's hear it for your East Base. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Lyons. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Whiteside. And it's Exum in at the 1 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now, here's Meeks. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
2 free throws for Aminu. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA. But this last season with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points. But he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Now, here's Meeks. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Andrew with the screen. Here's a Flalo. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Flalo's got 7.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Out left to the wing. And Aminu kicks to Wiggins. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Meeks can't hit.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded by Meeks. Here's Whiteside. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And that's now 6 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside.
Yeah. Boy, man.
Now, here's Meeks. Lopez a screen. And Meeks kicks to Livingston. No good with the triple. Indiana leading. Exum passes to Aminu. There's the feed to Exum. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Lyles, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
And Boston has possession following the score by Indiana. Lopez inside. He's covered by Whiteside. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Lopez. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Exum kicks to Whiteside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Meeks, good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here's Exum. He's got 6. Wiggins dishes to Whiteside. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That must have killed you.
That same club went in.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Then went to Aldi.
And a follow bucket on the assist by Livingston.
Out the door.
Wow.
Livingston's got 5 assists in the game.
Came back, dropped everything off, and went took a drive down Sheridan.
Now here's Exum. He's covered closely. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
They only had
The
1.
plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Indiana.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Andrew with the screen. And stolen by Whiteside.
Wow, who left this one?
8-0.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely. Gordon's got room. A rebound by the Celtics. Aflalo's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim. It's one of the core elements of their defense and why they are so strong on D every year.
Here is Livingston looking for his first basket still in this one. Now, here's Exum. He's guarded by Meeks. Indiana moving the ball around. And the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And last year for Indiana, top 3 at protecting the rim. Opponent shot under 50% right at the hoop.
You know, that number might not sound like a lot, but being under 50% on essentially layups, that's a big deal. Protecting the rim is a huge part of winning basketball.
Clark Lyles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise.
Oh, yeah,
As
dude,
an
that one.
NBA player.
I was
Celtics
like,
trail
wow.
by 7.
I told the woman, just cancel everything. We don't know.
Dishes it to Aflalo. They can't stop the run with that one.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter. Oh, he's just angling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Now, here's Meeks. 6 points for him. Begins with the block. They recover it. Passes to Livingston. It's Meeks outside. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And guys, with Lyles playing out of position can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, he didn't get to play in his comfort zone and put up big numbers, but his skill set grew from the minutes he had to spend outside of that comfort zone.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now we'll send it over to Doris Burke for an update on Aaron Aflalo. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to catch up with the Celtics head athletic trainer. He told me he's suffering from back spasms, so they put some ice on it and gave him some painkillers. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Lopez a screen. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Tell you what I like about Lyles is that he has a bit of an old man game about him. He's an old head, plays within himself, good at every small intangible thing on the court, just has a real nice feel for how to play.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Kufis checked in for Whiteside. Turner comes in for Lyles, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Dante Exum. Here's Kufis. Here's Turner, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Miles Turner.
That one is off.
Well, you know, last season I thought the Celtics made some strong waves in the East. I mean, they kept fighting and fighting all season long, and they ended up in the playoffs because of that never give up attitude.
And for the Celtics, 28 of their 40 wins on the season came against the East. Not impressive, but it got the job done in a conference which could be had at times, obviously.
That's true, but what should be noted, Kevin, about the Celtics against the East is just how well they played against the Eastern Conference playoff teams.
Right.
I mean, against the East top 8, they shot a lot better and executed a lot better as well. So you can see them stepping up their game against the competition.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
Now, here's Wiggins. He's got 14.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game. And speaking of the intangibles for Robin Lopez, he's great at boxing out for rebounds and setting screens offensively. Again, things that there really aren't stats that are kept, but those are ways you can impact the game. And those are the kind of plays that often go overlooked.
Here is Livingston. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Right side, Landry.
Huh? Yeah, what? Who turned it on?
Good.
I had it off.
And Lopez, or as they like to call him, Rolo, an elite rim protector. Just a really good shot blocker, but he doesn't chase blocks. He just challenges every shot inside without fouling.
Here's Beverly. After Carl Landry's bucket, Wiggins can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Aflalo. Celtics trail by 9. Meeks with it. 6 points for him.
2 minutes.
Feeds it to Landry. And Turner with the block.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Beverly. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
It's Meeks outside. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Gordon, the pass to Beverly. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Lopez a screen, and Meeks kicks to Livingston. Pass to Lopez. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Lopez has got 6 here in this quarter. Beverly dishes to Wiggins. Kufis kicks to Gordon. Turner with the screen for Gordon.
You know, roaming the streets of Chicago.
And the pass to Wiggins.
Wisconsin. Yeah, there's nothing for me. There's an opportunity.
Again, Wiggins missing.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation. I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Wiggins. Gordon's got the lead up to 12 now for Indiana.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now, you know, they're on a monthly salary plus, you know, they have to
Here's
take care of
Beverly,
their health.
and he banks in the layup.
They have to have
Beverly's got 5
when
now.
they need to go,
And an
you know,
open
to the
path
hospital
to the
and
hoop
stuff like
there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And the first half is now.
Kevin, thank you.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Half. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of 1.
That's right.
And that'll do it for now, as the second half of our game is a...
And our car. Because eventually we would have gotten a car.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
How about Wiggins in this one? 16 points. He's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender, because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics, they've got a Flalo. Carl Andre is out there with Robin Lopez. And there's Livingston, and it's Meeks in at the point guard. Pacers leading by 10.
We have a 0 down payment.
Here's the screen. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded by Meeks.
Help me out, man.
Outside Gordon. That's good. Gordon's got 6.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Oh, man, that was a day and a half.
Pass to Lyles. Gordon kicks to Whiteside.
I couldn't stop laughing that day.
It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now, here's Meeks. 9 points in the game so far. Landry with the screen. Here's a Flalo. It's rebounded by Indiana. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Here is Livingston. To the inside. Meeks passes to Livingston. Nice ball movement by Boston. Lopez inside. Whiteside's there. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Hassan Whiteside. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season. But give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Landry, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, listen, it was a forgettable series for Celtics fans. However, the Celtics' young core were able to experience postseason basketball. That's something that you can really never replicate. I'm sure they'll be hungry for more of it, and credit Brad Stevens on a terrific job.
And the Pacers call time here.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Count that one. Beverly's got 7 points.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Livingston kicks to Meeks. Boston, no good that time either.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
The dish to Wiggins. That is good. Wiggins has got 22 points.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Landry with the screen.
He's getting laid by his grandma, and that's what he wants.
Whiteside with it. He's picked up by Lopez.
Whoa!
And Beverly kicks to Gordon. That 3 off the mark.
Wow.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling. Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Priscilla, Wally, tell him